Well, hello. It's been a while, so let's see what's going on with the worms. Here's the red wiggers and the blue worms. And as you can see, I am still around. I've just been focusing on other things. Since the weather has gotten nicer, I'm more focused on golf. So I've been doing a lot of time golfing. But nothing has changed in this bin. There's still a lot of bedding. I'm going to go ahead and hook these worms up with some feed scraps. So question for you, viewer, in the comments box. Has your summer been busy, and what have you been up to? Leave it in there, and I want to hear your feedback. But I'm going to give them some shredded newspaper. Some pepper, some lettuce, and as you can see, it's wilted because I freeze and thaw my feed scraps to allow it to break down a lot quicker, so the worms can consume the food scraps a lot sooner, and that way they produce the castings. I'm going to give them the frozen watermelon rind. It's a nice size, but it'll be fine. The paper's there for some added sorbent. It's a carbon source for the watermelon, which is a nitrogen, and that helps to make your compost. So not much going through this bin. I don't really want to move stuff around because there's plenty of bedding and stuff, like I said, but let me fluff this side up a little bit. But the worms are going to migrate over here. This paper is going to turn moist, and they're going to consume those feed scraps. Now, as my brother-in-law would say, what are those worms you look at? And it's called the Euros. So shout out to my brother-in-law, Ruben. This is the European nightcrawler worm bin, aka the Euros. Another thing that's been going on with me and my family, my kids are getting ready to graduate soon, preparing for my next step in life, which is going to be getting ready to move, focusing on retirement, and see what happens with the next chapter of my life. But I'll still be around making some worm videos for now. Like I said, I'm really not hitting it hard right now because I have a golf channel I have a YouTube golf channel, like I says, and if you're into golf, let me know and I can give you that YouTube channel to check out. I'm just a high handicap golfer that enjoys golf, and that's my exercise that I like to do when it comes to golfing. But these Euros are going to get pepper right there. Some lettuce. Watermelon. I'm going to cover it up with some bedding. And I'm not going to add any moisture because that watermelon will allow the paper to become moist. And then, with my years of experience talking to other worm farmers, the bubble wrap will help keep in the moisture. But the Euros are good to go. Now it's time to look at my next worm bin with the mixed worms. All right, this is my diversity and inclusion worm bin, and it has red wigglers, blue worms, and European night crawlers. And by far, I would have to tell you, like I say in my other videos in the past, this is my best bin because different species of worms in this one make just different results. And I like this one because some of the worms go lower, some stay higher, and the food gets consumed soon, quick. And so if you're thinking about mixing the worm bins up with red wigglers or blue worms, you know, or European night crawlers, you can do it. So don't be hesitant to even do it, because it can be done, and there's no crossbreeding because worms do not reproduce with other species of worms. And I want to take the time out to give you a shout out for being a subscriber for this long. And if you can, tell me how long have you been a subscriber on my YouTube channel. You know, put a number in there to let me know how many years you've been a subscriber. I just want to say thank you for being part of this worm farming journey. They'll get the remainder of the lettuce and all that juice on there. I'm going to cover it up with some bedding. And as you can see, the bedding is shredded up, and this is my shredder that I use. And if you haven't already, you know, take time out to get yourself a shredder, because shredders do make a huge difference when it comes to saving you time as a worm farmer. I'm just going to feed just this side. Just keep letting the worms stay on this side, and when I want to harvest again, there shouldn't be any worms on that side, so it'll make harvesting a lot easier with the upcoming harvest when it comes around soon. So now let's look at my last worm bin with the red wigglers. Here are the red wigglers. I can't speak. Here are the red wigglers that I got from Mimi's Worm Farm. They're 100% pure red wigglers, and I have a spider in there. See the spider? Ah, yeah, yeah. Get it out of there. I hate spiders. I'll flush it down the toilet, so give me a second and I'll be right back. So always be aware, because there could be things in your worm bin. Dun dun dun. Now the reason there was a spider in there is because the bin is dry. So that's a sign that I gotta add more moisture to this worm bin. And my last shout out, I want to give it to you, the video or the YouTube channel members, for taking, you know, the extra effort out to add a few dollars to this channel. And be on the lookout. I did a video, I did a sermon about the book of Jonah. So once that video gets released, I will definitely drop it into the members only content channel, and I want you to check it out and give me your feedback. You don't have to be religious, so just check out the message. But I am a Christian. I do believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, but that's just me, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But there they go. There goes some watermelon, some juice, some paper on top. Let me look on this side real quick before I end it. But with how this bin was being so dry, I'm going to add some moisture to it. And if you don't, get yourself a 2-liter sprayer or a liter sprayer. It's really good. It has a lot of power to get your worm bins moist. So if there's anything that you've seen that I'm using, check out the description box or in the pinned comment to find out other tools and resources that I use to do my worm farming videos. You can buy worms off my website. You can become a channel member. You can buy me a coffee if you want to support this channel, or you just leave comments. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching.